With the popularity of the new 2021 Ford Bronco, Ford has really woken up and they've started to give us some new offerings from Ford, and this is going to be one of them. This is the 2021 Ford Explorer Timberline Edition, and today I'm going to tell you everything about it. Before we get into the details of this vehicle, I need to let you know that we are giving away a Bronco. That is right. For every $1 you spend on tccustoms.com on merchandise, whether it's a hat, a shirt, a phone case, whatever it is, so go ahead and check out tccustoms.com and get entered to win that giveaway. So go ahead and check that out down below. All right, so now back to the Ford Explorer Timberline. The very first thing you're going to notice is that the grill is very, very different. It's kind of got, this whole front end has kind of got some Maverick vibes going on. So between this tow hook, you know, just the way everything is kind of looking there, the way everything is kind of got this unique kind of a grill, it just kind of gives me some Ford Maverick vibes and even some new Ford Ranger vibes. I can see how they're kind of changing their design aesthetic, if you will, or their design language, if you will. But this is a grill that is unique to the Ford Explorer Timberline. And as you can see, you've also got this brand new front bumper. I say front bumper, really just the lower trim piece where you've got this hard unpainted plastic located right here. You've got this nice orange stripe, which actually does look really good compared to the rest of the color of the vehicle. And then, as I've already mentioned to you, those tow hooks. Now, a fun fact about those tow hooks, it is actually rated for 1.5 times the weight of the vehicle. So if you think about it, I mean, don't do this, please don't do this, but theoretically, you could actually hang this thing from a crane and just let it sit there and dangle. That's how strong those tow hooks are. So it really is kind of designed for that off-road situation if you need to pull someone out or if you need to get pulled out of a sticky situation. Now let's talk about the wheels, tires, and the suspension. So for the wheels, the tires, and the suspension, this is really designed to give you just a little bit more aggressive of a look, but also give you a little bit more capability. So these are set of Bridgestone Dueler AT tires, and what Ford is saying, this is the perfect blend between on-road drivability and quietness, but also off-road ability. Now, the other thing that I want to show you is you do get a set of unique wheels. Now, you can see you've got the Timberline logo, and pardon the fact that these wheels are a little bit dirty. We rushed it to get this video out to you guys, but you've got this Timberline logo in the wheel that denotes that, yes, it is a specific and special wheel for the Ford Explorer. And I absolutely love this style of a wheel where it's kind of got that spread out look. It almost reminds me of the Ford F-150 Black Widow wheel. So SEA Performance, if you've seen their vehicles, they've got a really, really cool wheel design. This reminds me of that a lot. So interesting to see that. Now, how do we clear this larger tire? Is actually a lifted up suspension system. So the suspension system on this system sits about an inch higher than a normal Explorer. And a fun fact about that suspension, it was actually originally developed for the Ford Explorer Police Interceptor. So yeah, that's pretty cool that you've got a police grade version of the suspension on the new Timberline. Before moving on, I do want to tell you that I think Ford has found the absolute biggest tire you can fit, because look at the clearance that you have right here from the factory. This is not modified. It is a very, very small gap, as you can see. I can fit my finger in there, but it is very, very close. So I guess you know, it doesn't matter if, as long as it doesn't touch, it doesn't matter how close it is. So let's talk about the rest of the vehicle itself. From the side of the vehicle, you're not going to notice very much different on the vehicle itself. You do have a nice lower trim. As you can see down here, it's unpainted plastic, but you do have a black painted small trim piece. I'm not sure if that is actually available on all the rest of the Explorers, but it is a good look anyways. Moving along to the other side, from the side, the only real way to know that this is the Timberline version is going to be this big, massive badge, once again with that same Timberline logo. So I think it's a good looking vehicle on the side as well. Coming to the back side of the vehicle, not a whole lot's changed here either. I do like the fact that you don't really have any chrome outside of just the logos, right? You don't have a chrome bezel like you do on some of these Explorers. It is nice to see that it is either a painted or an unpainted plastic or what have you, so pretty cool stuff there. Oh, hey, take a look at this little unicorn right here. That's Billy Sane, my business partner, in his Bronco. Yeah. So it's not very, when I say a unicorn, I'm talking about the fact that it's a two-door hardtop existing in the middle of November of 2021. It's kind of, what's up, Billy? Say hi to YouTube.
Hey, guys.
He wanted to say roll tide, so there you go. But I do have to say, what do you think about our new Ford Explorer Timberline?
Love the Timberline.
I do have to ask you, I know this is a Timberline video. What do you think about this new two-door Bronco you got here?
Look at that.
You like that?
Look at that.
That's what I was just got through saying. It's kind of a unicorn. You don't see a whole lot of two doors, and you don't see a whole lot of hard tops right now.
It's only two-door, 2021 that we've had. White in color, gray hard top. Got the rack.
And as you can see right there on the screen, we've had a lot of Broncos come through our dealership. I mean, there's a line of 15 right there on the screen. So pretty cool stuff. Billy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the video.
Yo, no, you're good, man. Anyways, thank you, Billy. Y'all have a good one. All right, so coming back to this back area. Sorry, I got a little distracted sometimes. I see a Bronco and I'm like, squirrel. I get a little excited. Speaking of Bronco, here's another Bronco. That's mine, actually, believe it or not. So, yeah, if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel because we've got a full build series coming on that thing. I got a massive lift kit coming. I've got full fenders coming. This is going to be a massive, massive build, so I'm really excited to show you that. Coming back to the back of the vehicle itself, you'll notice that the lower part of the bumper is going to be different as well. You'll notice everything is an unpainted hard plastic back here, which is really nice. If you're taking your camping gear in and out of the back seat of the vehicle or the back cargo area, you don't have to worry about scratching everything up, so that's kind of nice. Now, in addition to that, you'll notice that it automatically has a trailer towing package added to it, and the best part is that it is automatically shown out here. Now, like on a normal Explorer, most of the time, if you got the towing capability, there's a cover that kind of covers over it. Well, Ford knows that you're going to be towing out of this thing for that reason, but also every single one of these ship with 5,300 pounds worth of towing. It's pretty cool that Ford is actually accommodating all of the customers that are wanting and interested in towing, or even maybe pulling an overlanding trailer behind you. I think it's pretty cool that Ford has given us that ability. Now let's take a look at the inside of the vehicle. On the inside of the vehicle, it's pretty sweet. You've got Active X seating material. That is basically Ford saying it's their vegan version of leather, and it's nice that you've got those bolsters on the side. In the center part of that seat, you've got what kind of looks like a cloth or a twill look to it. It looks really nice, and it makes a little bit more of that rugged feel going on, as well as also that orange stitching. I think it really ties in the theme of the vehicle pretty well. Moving on to the dash of the vehicle, you're going to see that everything looks very similar to a normal Explorer with a couple of exceptions. You've got some updated dashboard work for the 2021 F-150, for the 2021 Explorer, and as you can see, everything is going to be very comparable to a normal, quote-unquote, normal Explorer. Now, the other thing that you do have is you've got an aux switch or an aux light over here, and that is pretty much for if you want to wire the vehicle with pod lights up front. You have the ability to do that with that located right there. Now, it's not nearly as robust as the auxiliary switches that you can get on the new Ford Bronco, but it is definitely better than nothing at all. Now let's take a look at the back seat. In the back seat of the vehicle, you'll notice you also have captain's chairs in the rear, which is pretty cool. Now, the nice part about this, these seats are technically called deep cypress seats. It's just the name of the color, if you will, but it is a unique seat for the Timberline specifically. Now, just to kind of show you how much leg room you've got, this front seat is pretty much laid back. I'm 6'3", and so you've got plenty of space in here. You will also notice that this vehicle does have one pretty much option. This is a base model version of the Timberline with one exception. That is going to be this twin panel moonroof. So with that being said, you're basically looking at an MSRP of $48,955, which is not a bad price for all of the things that you're getting, especially that four-wheel drive. Now, the other cool part is you even have a third row seat in this vehicle, so that way if you need to take just a few extra people along for the ride, you have that ability. A couple of other things that I want to point out to you is some interesting stuff, like heated seats in the rear of the vehicle come standard on this Timberline, as well as a couple of USB ports, as well as another 12-volt power outlet located in the back. Now, another thing that I love about the back seat of the Ford Explorer, this is not specific to the Timberline, is you do have this area for cup holders and things like that. You can put your phone here if you want to, but what Ford is telling me is this is a sturdy piece that, you know, kids can actually walk across in case they need to get to that third row seat. So a pretty sweet little setup there. Next up, let's talk about underneath the hood. There's a hood latch. You pull it once and then pull it again and it automatically unlocks. There's no hood latch. That's something that Ford is changing up on the daily, and I absolutely love the fact that they are doing that, because now you're not having to hunt around for a latch. You just lift it up and you're good to go. Now, unfortunately, this one does have a hood prop I wish every Ford vehicle would get to the hood struts, but anyways, what you're looking at here is a 2.3 liter 4-cylinder motor. Yes, that is exactly right. The same 2.3 that comes standard in the Ford Bronco and also in the EcoBoost Mustang. Well, different applications obviously, but a same basic structure applies in this Ford Explorer Timberline. So it's interesting to see that there. Now, the other thing I want to point out to you is going to be the color of the vehicle. So this is going to be forged green metallic. So yes, I know it's late in the afternoon. The color's probably not coming over very well, but it is a very, very dark green. And I think it actually looks really, really good on this particular application. I'd be interested to see if this color was even available on something outside of the Timberline, how it would look, but I think it really ties in pretty well here. Now, also, you've got a couple of different outfitter packages that Ford is making available to you. So depending on how you're gonna be using the vehicle, you might wanna consider one of those outfitter packages. So there you go. That is our video, our review on the new Ford Explorer Timberline. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you're feeling like being awesome, smash that thumbs up button. I want to remind you again that as of the time that I'm making this video, we've got double entries to win our new Ford Bronco. tccustoms.com, for every $1 spent gets you 2 entries into the giveaway. And so you need to hit those links up down below, pick you out a hat, a shirt, any kind of merchandise will get you automatically entered into that giveaway. So go ahead and check that out. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel with the bell notification turned on so you don't miss a single video. Peace.